In today's video, you're gonna learn a little bit about some artists from German Renaissance. There aren't any particular ones, so I've gathered the names based from what I remember from high school, and I remember them mostly based on funny or interesting sometimes. So let's dive into the video. I'm also gonna be googling them and checking them out because I don't really remember shit about them. So you're gonna learn, I'm gonna learn, everybody's happy. So first guy is Albrecht Altdorfer. I don't know. All I can say to Germans is Ich verstehe nicht. So I don't know. But it's probably like Albrecht. I think that's correct. Even if it's not, shut up. It's my video. So I want to show you his painting, specifically one painting of his, because he wasn't really that interesting, or at least I don't really remember him being that interesting. But this painting, Battle of Alexander of Issos, 1529, just so fucking great work. Like, there's so many details, and I feel like there's multiple paintings buried within one. Like, look at the landscapes here. It's so fucking amazing. Like, when I was a kid, I used to imagine this was its own tiny universe. It's just like there, stopped in time entirely. So you have to live through Middle Ages for fucking ever in that painting. Unless someone will paint technology, then you can have cool technology too. You can also have future technology if there's painting about that. But I used to like to imagine this shit as a kid, so I kind of remember those kind of paintings. But the details here, like, look at this shit. Like, look at the clouds, man. So perfectly textured. I mean, you probably don't see that, so I'm displaying it on the screen, but look at that! It's amazing, isn't it? So, yeah, check out the painting, search it up, even go to the tools in Google Pictures, and then pick big or large size of the image, and then search based off of that. Find the highest quality you can. If it's possible, go and see that in a museum or some shit. It's amazing, the amount of detail here. So yeah, and also wait, I'm just talking about the guy, but I don't remember shit. I remember he was a painter. He was probably like an architect, a sculptor or some shit. Yeah, German painter, engraver, architect, graphic artist. Quite interesting, but at the same time, not that interesting, because basic Renaissance bitch. Now, let me try shocking facts about him. Guy, nope, there's nothing. Plain boring artist. Alright, let's move on. Another one is a treat for all of y'all that are fucking spooky or some shit. Barthel Brown the Elder. I'm refusing to pronounce it differently. That's Brown. And that's it. That's all. But he painted a bunch of skulls. He was quite good at it. I do think those were like grave painting or some shit like this to remember the deceased. But he drew a lot of really nice skulls. Go search them up. It can be your new wallpaper. And if you're that into spooky, I guess he died in a nice looking number, and I appreciate me some nice looking numbers. But here, I just wanted to throw him in here, because nothing else that interesting was worth checking. Another one is called Lucas Cranach the Elder, which, I don't know, Germany, explain why people in the 15th and 16th century were called the fucking elder. But for real, tell me why the fuck this? I don't give a shit. You were a father. Anyone can be. So, why even mentioning some random dude with this type of portrait? It might resemble some portrait. And you might even know that portrait. And this guy ended up on this list because I know, you know, one of his paintings. And specifically, this one. This is a portrait of Martin Luther in 1529. And yeah, you probably know this portrait, because it's like the only fucking portrait of him that's popping up. Fuck. Fuck. And it's not Martin Luther King, alright? It's a completely different fucking dude. Also, note, if you forgot his name, this is his name. Because he also painted lots of naked ladies, which I'm not gonna show here. because of course I'm not gonna fucking show that on YouTube. But you can just type this name and you'll find lots of naked ladies from like 500 years ago. Oh, now I know why he split the beard. Makes sense, everything clicks. Lucas was a player. Alright, him. You probably know this fucking guy. Albrecht Dürer, the most famous German artist of all time, I believe. Because he was famous at his times. He still kinda is famous, especially in Germany. Probably, I don't fucking know. And we used to call him the selfie guy. Because literally, he used to paint himself so many goddamn times. And also, he put his face sometimes in paintings. I don't know why would you do that. I don't really get that, but I think he was in love with himself. Because he was famous, like, back then. So he was famous, like, 500 years ago. Which is just fucking nuts. Can you imagine being a celebrity in the 16th century? I mean, who could blame him? He is the star. He was the star. He's a fucking Da Vinci of Germany. Like, literally, this dude was a quintessential of, like, a mathematic mind. Or, like, a Renaissance man in art. Like, the purest form and shit. He did these, like, fucking proportions and shit. Like, he figured, like, the 5-head thing. Those are his own ideas. Also, really good paintings of, like, nature. I love the grass painting here. It's so amazing. It's so detailed. But my favorite thing about it is that the background is plain. There's nothing there. It doesn't continue. It's not a part of a bigger piece. It's just a study of nature. Like pure study of nature. He also did a bunch of animals. Really detailed as well. Like, you can also Google that up. And that could be your next wallpaper as well. Because it's really good. Really fucking detailed. And again, 16th century. I don't know why, but it blows my mind sometimes. I know we weren't that stupid. It just takes lots of time to invent shit. And inventing shit goes faster as you progress with technology. But still, the fuck? Because he was a celebrity. You can read up about him anywhere. If you want me to do a video about specific one like him, type that down in the comments. But I'm thinking, can we Google Albrecht Dürer shocking facts? I want to know shocking facts about the German Da Vinci. Alright, Albrecht Dürer shocking facts. Okay, these aren't shocking, but it says extraordinary facts. So, let's dive in. He made his self-portrait at age of 13. Yeah, that's not really shocking. It was this one, by the way, I think. His signature is one of the most famous in art history. Okay, cool, man. He was not a happy husband. What the fuck? Why this is a fact about him? Shit, he must have been like really fucking sad with his bitchy wife. I mean, I don't know if she was bitchy. Probably. Like, he was a not happy husband. Why the fuck does it say that? Maybe he was gay, like Da Vinci. Anywho, he was the creator of the first color landscape. Wow. He was more respected in Venice than at home. Hell yeah, dude. Thinking internationally. If you're a celebrity, it doesn't matter where you are. You just fucking respected. He was also good though, like extraordinary good. And really fucking smart apparently, so yeah. So me and him, completely fucking different person. This other guy, I just fucking love his name. And don't tell me it's pronounced differently. I introduce you Melchior Lorck. So we don't really know when he was born. We just know he sounded funny. He was also Danish-German. So Danish people, chill the fuck out. Why he ended up here? Why the fuck his portrait is like a Caesar's and shit? I don't know. He looks like a coin. But anywho, I'm digressing. So this guy, I want to introduce you to him because he might be the reason why in Berlin today there are so many kebab places, or doner places rather. Because it all started like back then in the 16th century. He was going to different countries as an artist, drawing shit. He was mapping rivers and stuff like that. But he went to Turkey. He was there and painting stuff. Like this here and this dude and onion hat. It's also Turkish, and I think this thing as well looks like their church thingy. Oh, and by the way, at the time it was like Ottoman Empire. But I guess the Germany was like the fucking holy land or some shit. And our last guy, it's a funny little dude. He looks like he is stoned 24/7. Like, don't tell me he doesn't look like a fucking stoner. He's called Christoph, and it's perfect because it sounds like he was introducing himself to the bookman who created books and records of people. And he was just like smoking a joint before that, and he was coughing. He wanted to say Christopher, but he said like Christopher. And then they just like write this like that way. And wait it. And why I'm showing you this guy? Because he was a funny guy. He was a traveler. His weed come from the OG places. He probably brought that shit to Europe, if I'm being honest. And he had some funny paintings and also perfect names for these paintings. Like these. Indigenous people playing ball. Like, it's so perfect. There are some people playing a fucking ball. Isn't that amazing? Shouldn't every painting be called like that? Can it just describe what it is? Come on. So yeah, these also, guys, when I see that painting, I imagine the sounds of these tubes. I don't know from what they are made out of, but I hear them. Is that weird? I don't fucking know, and I don't care. The other example, horses being shipped out. Great. There's a horse and there's a ship. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? I love that on the exams, actually. But life is not always fun and games. He also painted this fucking monster, and I want y'all to boo this man. And if you think this guy did fuck up things, you can subscribe to that channel. And that was it. That's the last of them. From what I remembered, you can let me know in the comments if you know or remember any other artists from that era, from maybe different countries. Who knows? Maybe I'll do another video about them. So, gute Nacht, everybody.